They say time heals all wounds. But what if time just covers them up? What if beneath the surface, the wound still festers, poisoning every breath, every joy? I carried a burden so heavy, it felt like my soul was perpetually bruised. A memory, or rather, a collection of moments that clawed at me, whispering, "You're broken." I tried everything, therapy, distractions, running. But nothing truly silenced the echoes, until I heard whispers of something else. Not a cure, not forgiveness, but an escape. A way to simply not remember. A black market fix for a broken mind, sold by a shadowy figure they called the memory dealer. My hands were shaking as I pushed open the heavy, unmarked door. The air inside was thick with the scent of old paper and desperation. He was just a man, unremarkable, yet he held the power to grant oblivion. I told him what I wanted gone, the chilling silence after the call, the feeling of absolute loss. He didn't judge, just listened. Then a cool, gentle pressure against my temple, a whirring hum, and a flash of blinding white. When it faded, it wasn't just the memory that was gone. It was the ache. The phantom limb of grief vanished. For the first time in years, I felt light. Not happy, not whole, but free from the crushing weight. It was like breathing pure oxygen after suffocating for so long. A terrifying, beautiful peace. The lightness lasted for weeks, then days, then hours. Life, it turns out, keeps happening. New anxieties, new stresses, new disappointments. And slowly, subtly, the old ache began to creep back. Not the specific memory that was still gone, but the feeling it had left behind. The emptiness it created. The world still felt muted. The pure oxygen eventually felt like stale air. I found myself thinking about that flash of white, that moment of blissful oblivion. It wasn't about erasing a specific memory anymore. It was about chasing that feeling of nothingness that escaped from the relentless grind of existence. I knew it was dangerous. I knew it was a lie. But the truth was, I was tired of hurting. I just wanted a moment's reprieve. He knew my face the second time, and the third, and the 10th. The memories I chose to erase became less about trauma and more about inconvenience. That awkward work presentation? Gone. The fight with my sister? Poof. It was like I was curating my own past, creating a highlight reel where every moment was perfect, every emotion pure, borrowed bliss. But a life built on borrowed happiness isn't real. My friends started noticing. "You're different," they'd say, lighter but absent. I laughed too easily, cried too little. The world outside, those moments of oblivion became a gray blur. Real joy felt fake. Real pain felt alien. I was living, but I wasn't experiencing. I was becoming a ghost in my own story, haunted by the happiness I had paid for. One day, I looked in the mirror, truly looked, and didn't recognize the person staring back. My eyes were empty, devoid of the complex stories that make us human. My sister found me, not with judgment, but with an ache so profound it pierced through my self-imposed fog. "You're losing yourself," she whispered. "I don't know who you are anymore." Her voice cracked, and that raw, unfiltered emotion was a jolt. A real emotion, unbought, unedited. It felt like a punch to the gut. What was I left with? A collection of curated memories. Yes, but no journey. No scars that tell a story. Just a smooth, featureless surface where life was supposed to be. I had traded my history for a fleeting feeling, and the cost was everything. I went back to the dealer one last time, not for an erase, but for answers. What else had I lost? He showed me a file, a list of what I'd chosen to forget. And there, buried deep, was a memory I hadn't even consciously remembered requesting to be removed. A silly, small moment from my childhood. Me, holding my father's hand, laughing at a street performer. A moment of pure, unadulterated joy. A moment I had forgotten because it followed another memory, one too. Painful. I hadn't just erased the grief. I'd accidentally erased the genuine happiness that came before it, the foundation that made the pain so profound. My perfect, curated past was a hollow shell. I realized then, you can't truly understand joy without having known sorrow. You can't appreciate light without having seen darkness. I had stripped myself of my humanity piece by painful piece. I didn't try to get the memories back. He said it wasn't possible. Some things, once gone, are gone forever. But I started over. I let the pain return, the grief for what I had lost, both the trauma and the joy I'd inadvertently sacrificed. It was excruciating, a constant, dull ache that sometimes flared into sharp, agonizing pangs. But this time it was real, and with it came real laughter, real tears, real moments of connection. I started painting again, my art now filled with textured scars, not smooth, perfect surfaces. I learned that our scars aren't weaknesses. They're maps of our journey, proof that we survived. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes us truly beautiful, truly human. Not the erasing, but the unfolding. We all carry wounds. Moments we wish we could scrub from our minds. Pain we desperately want to forget. But what if those very moments, those painful memories, are the chisel that carves us into who we're meant to be? What if true strength isn't found in erasing the past, but in facing it, embracing every scar, every crack, every imperfection? Because it's in those imperfections, in the willingness to feel it all, that we truly become alive. It's not about being unbroken, it's about being whole. And true wholeness includes all the pieces, even the ones that hurt to remember.